All right, guys, today I want to talk a little bit about the new Charlotte Hornets pick, LaMelo Ball, maybe the most interesting pick in the NBA draft. It's the Hoops Nerd Show. All right, guys, today I wanted to talk about LaMelo Ball just because I think he's one of the most interesting prospects in this draft, and he very well might be the best player in this draft. In fact, I don't think anyone should be surprised if in a year or two we look back at this draft and think, how did the Warriors and the Timberwolves pass on this guy? The reason is one, let's just get into it. The main reason I think he's going to be really good is because LaMelo has all the tools to be fantastic. He's got the size, he's bigger than Lonzo, he's got the passing ability, and honestly, the moment he steps on the floor, he might be the best or one of the best passers in the NBA. Because he has that perfect lead guard size that we're looking for in the NBA. You look at Luka Doncic, and one of the things that helps Doncic out so much is that he's like 6'8", just like LaMelo. And what happens when you're 6'8" and you have passing ability, it gives you more options. You know, if you're a smaller guard, a John Stockton, Isaiah Thomas, all these guys, there are certain passes you can't always make. You've got to be craftier and you've got to find a way to thread the needle and things like that. But when you're 6'8", you're LeBron James size or Luka Doncic, and you can pass over the top, it's like a pitcher in baseball that you can just have different ways of getting the ball to the plate. You can go over defenders. You can go to the side. You have length and size, which LaMelo has. He has the size and length, and he has good athleticism. He is going to run the show in Charlotte, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And the nice thing about Charlotte is that he's got decent weapons around him. And what's also cool about Charlotte is that they're all pretty much around his age. They're not like, you've got these players that are just not, old vets looking to retire, guys that are just trying to hold on. You've got just a lot of young players. Devontae Graham, Malik Monk, and Miles Bridges, who I really like. You've got players that can develop around LaMelo, and he can grow with them. And he's going to flourish in this system. There is a spot for him to play right away. And the nice thing is that we all know is that Gordon Hayward comes to Charlotte, and he's going to be a veteran presence that's going to be kind of that guy that can kind of show how to be an NBA pro, what's it like to be in the NBA, how to improve, how to get better. Gordon Hayward, from the time he came in the league, improved his game every single year, and there are things that he's going to help teach LaMelo, how to be a better shooter. Gordon Hayward wasn't a consistent shooter every season he was in the league. Go look at his percentages. It was up and down, and he learned how to make that a consistently high level shooting. And so he's going to be able to do that with LaMelo. It's a perfect experience for LaMelo Ball. A few weeks before the draft, it was kind of interesting. Jonathan Givony and Mike Schmitz from Draft Express, the guys that are on ESPN now, they changed their boards a lot, and by the end of right before the draft, they had LaMelo Ball as their number one prospect in this draft. And it's kind of easy to see. There's two reasons why. One, we've already talked about it. The tools are there. The passing, the size, the athleticism, the length. And honestly, the pedigree. I think that the Ball family is the most misunderstood family out there. I think LeVar Ball is actually an incredible father and a great father figure to, Lonzo, LiAngelo, and LaMelo. And I know publicly he's got this persona that doesn't always help them out, and I think it actually puts his kids in a tough spot sometimes. But as a dad, you've got to give him credit. He's a good guy that has done a good job raising these kids, and you can see that in the fact that like two of these guys have made the NBA, and LiAngelo really tried. He just doesn't have the tools or the gifts that Lonzo and especially LaMelo have. But they have been players that have been taught to win their whole lives, and the reason why that it's a good pedigree and that that LaMelo's going to come in and be a hardworking, gritty pro is look at what Lonzo did. When Lonzo came in the league, he was this kind of flashy, unique prospect. He has kind of the weird jump shot, but you knew that he was a passer and that he could run the show, and there were a lot of things that he could do. And he had size and length. There were questions about his defense, but when he came in the league, he became immediately a high-level defender. He uses his size well. Lonzo is really a great, just kind of a great sign for what you're going to see from LaMelo. It's just a sign of that Ball family that they play hard, they're misunderstood, and if LaMelo comes in and he can defend like Lonzo does, you immediately have a very high floor of what LaMelo's going to be. But what's exciting about LaMelo is he's bigger than Lonzo, he has better passing ability than Lonzo, and he might have a better shooting ability already. So, and Lonzo's learned and turned himself into a pretty decent 36% or so 3-point shooter on the Pelicans, and he had an uglier shot. So that's the one thing is you wish these guys could kind of learn how to shoot the ball. If there's one thing I wish LeVar would do is teach them to shoot the ball a little bit better than they do. That weird kind of jump shot, but Lonzo's already figured it out. He's already adjusted it, and I promise you that LaMelo is going to work on it as well and be fantastic. If LaMelo can shoot the ball and he defends like Lonzo does, then he becomes really exciting because he's got that 6'8" size. It's the prototypical perfect playmaking size that you want. You look at the best playmakers in the NBA right now, you've got LeBron James, 6'9", Luka Doncic, 6'8", James Harden, 6'7", 6'8". These guys are big playmaking guards, and the size helps you a lot. You know, that helps you make passes that you don't normally make. If you're like a John Stockton or an Isaiah Thomas or a Gary Payton, you have to be more crafty with it and find different ways of threading the needle. And that's why those guys are incredible, because of that. At their size and their ability to pass the ball is out of this world. For someone like LaMelo or LeBron or Doncic or Harden, if you have that size, that 6'8" size with length, you can make every pass. So if you want to go over the top of the defender, you can, because typically you're going to be bigger than the guy guarding you. Or you've got the length to reach side to side to get those passing lanes. LaMelo is going to be an incredible passer, and the things we saw from his overseas play, I know that the shot selection is not what you would hope for, but I think that does show he's fearless. He's going to come in the NBA and he's not going to be scared to lead his team. But you're going to see on all that film is just the incredible passing that he has. And that's what's going to open up everything for his game. And the fact that he has shooters and high-level players around him, namely Gordon Hayward, Devontae Graham, Terry Rozier can shoot it, and they'll add more guys. But you will see LaMelo Ball flourish in the NBA. You absolutely will. And going into a place like Charlotte where it's a little low-key, it's not going to be as high pressure as if he went to like the Knicks or the Lakers or one of these teams that just has so much high pressure and big media. It's going to be a perfect fit, and he's going to figure it out. And they have a great coach in Charlotte too, James Borrego. He's fantastic. And so this is a perfect situation for LaMelo. He has the pedigree to be fantastic. He's going to be really good. He's got the size, the talent, the ability, the mindset, everything you could want from this guy. I am excited to watch him because I actually think he's going to be a lot of fun. And I would not be surprised if he's the Rookie of the Year this year because he's going to get a lot of touches. It's going to be a lot of fun. Guys, that's my take on LaMelo. I'm excited to watch him. Make sure that you like and subscribe to this channel, like this video, hit the bell to get notifications. I will talk to you later.